Boy, oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about in the weather department. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. We're talking about what was Tropical Storm Sarah still, possibly flooding some parts of Florida. Just a quick update there because, of course, we were following it for the past couple of weeks. Fearful that it might turn into a hurricane. Well, that's not going to happen, but it's not over as of yet. There could be some impacts, flooding being the primary concern. But closer to home is what we'll really look at, and 24 hours from now will tell us a lot. But yeah, snow could be here before the week's out. We're talking about a major turnaround and definitely winter-like weather this week. Today, it's not the last day temperature-wise to enjoy, but tomorrow you'll have to put up with some rains and some winds along with the 60s, which are short-lived in your 7-day. I've got a headline tonight. Appears as though a Johnson County man was arrested here in McGoffin County on Floyd County, fleeing and evading felony charges. And as well, an investment into our school system, our young people, maybe the future law enforcement community as well, as a donation was made from the Sheriff's Department to the Career and Tech Center earlier today, a four-wheeled one. Take you there in just a few seconds, let them explain all that to you. And, of course, we'll see what else we have to talk about before I leave you for Monday evening, which also, I believe, will include covering the Sayersville City Council meeting, if I'm not mistaken. So, with that said, the show, as you might be able to tell by the skyline over my shoulder, recorded a little early. So, to be honest with you, I can get home before dark, put a few things up before the rain starts, winterizing a little bit outside, and then get back here and do some late night work with the City Council meeting and some signs to probably be made over the course of the rest of the overnight. Thank you again for being a part of the show. We'll go ahead and go to our first top local headline tonight. Indeed, a Johnson County man sits in the Big Sandy jail, arrested here in McGoffin County on Floyd County and other charges. Late last week, the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department arrested 58-year-old Kenneth Whitaker of Paintsville in the Falcon area. In doing so, they served him with 2 warrants out of McGoffin County, one for contempt of court, the other for felony possession of a controlled substance in the first-degree methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Once he was taken to the Big Sandy, he there was served with another outstanding warrant, this one out of Floyd County, where Floyd County officials say that just a couple of weeks ago on the 13th that in Floyd County, Whitaker was the subject of a complaint about being intoxicated behind the wheel of the vehicle, and once authorities went to the area in question, they saw his vehicle come out of State Road Fork and turn onto 114 running a stop sign. When they tried to pull it over, he fled and would not stop, and as well continued to, on numerous occasions, after reaching speeds in excess of 90 miles per hour, slam on his brakes, police believe, in an effort to try to get them to collide with the rear of his vehicle. That vehicle found a short time later abandoned on the ridge at the end of a dirt road that Whitaker had fled to, and he was not found at that time, but again arrested here in McGoffin County, and thus now will face those charges of felony, fleeing, and wanton endangerment. I'll be right back. SMB is proud to stand with you with what might be your very first and definitely last checking, savings, retirement, even Christmas club account, along with consumer, auto, mortgage, business loans that you can easily manage from anywhere in the world with safe, secure mobile and online banking that comes from over 120 years of commitment to your financial life and well-being, today, tomorrow, and forever. Salyersville National. Thanks to you, Fraser's Prater Drug has been voted #1 in customer satisfaction with Good Neighbor Pharmacies for the 7th year in a row. With curbside pickup for all of your prescription, allergy, or even multivitamin needs. Or come in and pull up a stool while you shop, or just visit downtown and treat yourself to something extra tasty or sweet. Where locally owned means a more personal, reliable, and friendly pharmacy. Fraser's Prater Drug. Green Tree Forest Products wants to buy your timber. Our skilled log procurement team has 4 generations and 70 years of experience buying over 24 million feet of hardwoods every year, which means you'll get the most dollars out of your logs and timber by calling any of our 3 locations in Salyersville, Moorhead, or Wallingford, Kentucky. In the Salyersville and surrounding area, call 495-1198. Green Tree Forest Products. You can call it low carb because it is ultra low carb. And you can also call it one of the tastiest meals ever. Seasoned roast breast strips are perfect green beans, and cooked cabbage so good that sometimes I just get a pint of it and a Diet Pepsi and make it a meal. All you have to do is make your way to your Sayersville Lee's famous recipe.
After a loved one's death, the holidays can be a painful reminder of all that's been lost. While others are celebrating the season, you're likely filled with painful questions. Should I hang my loved one's stocking? Can I just say no to social gatherings? How can I make the holidays special for my kids when I'm hurting so badly? At GriefShare Surviving the Holidays, you'll find answers to these questions and helpful strategies for navigating the complexities of this season. And you'll find hope in the process. Register now to find support, relief, and encouragement for this season.
It's fall, and you can find it in all its warm, vibrant glory on the latest fashions, apparel, and accessories and home decor at the seasonal shop, where you can also embrace your inner claws as Christmas is hitting the shelves as we speak. Stop by anytime and pick out the perfect gift, birthday, wedding, baby, for anyone, and get cracking on those next level Christmas decorations at the seasonal shop in downtown Sayersville. Experience over 30 years of exceptional, impeccable elegance and beauty at Seasons Florist, now in Sayersville, offering the very freshest in floral designs, custom and in-stock wreaths, arrangements, gifts, and so much more that you'll have to visit to try to see it all. Plus, they have tuxedo rental, free delivery within the city limits of Sayersville, and you can even place orders after hours. Call anytime. Seasons Florist on Parkway Drive, 349-4000. Up next, it was a chance encounter, pretty much a meeting on a couple of occasions between the instructor here at the McGoffin County Career and Technical Center, Jim Burke, that being the criminal justice and law enforcement teacher, as well as Sheriff Bill Meade and Deputy Tim Clark, I think on a couple of different occasions, to which Mr. Burke proposed the idea of trying to find maybe some assistance in getting some hands-on experience for McGoffin County students. He brought up the idea of students being able to learn police and public safety and procedure hands-on with the benefit of an actual police cruiser of their own at the McGoffin County High School, and asked the sheriff if he had any ideas. And those ideas turned into keys being presented along with the vehicle they go to earlier today at the McGoffin County High School Career and Tech Center.
It wasn't long after that I had a conversation with Superintendent Chris Meadows, and I told him, I said, we've got a couple of vehicles that we're looking at auctioning off. We've got a Dodge Charger that we think would be a good fit for the school, for the program y'all have got, and we would like to donate it to the school. We certainly like to partner with our school system as much as we can. We're tickled to death that they've got this program going. Tim and I, we know Jim Birch from some years back. We're confident he's going to do an excellent job with this class, and I hope that we can produce some future law enforcement officers here out of this program, and just anything we can do for the schools, we certainly want to do it.
My name is Jim Burke. I was a police officer for 30 years all throughout the state of Kentucky, the western part and eastern part here. The program we have here is law and public safety. We teach anything from introduction to law enforcement to criminal investigations, all in between. We have also corrections and emergency management courses too. I would hope in the future that I can get all these kids certified in career tech. That way when they leave here, they're ready to go to work somewhere. Most of them have to be 21 before they can get in law enforcement field, but they'll have a really good idea and firsthand experience and firsthand knowledge of what a police officer does on a day-to-day basis. The main thing is we're going to teach them traffic stop safety for police officers. Along with that comes vehicle positioning in traffic stops, what to watch for during traffic stops, and how to try to keep yourself safe during a traffic stop. Having the car is a good aid for that, because there's nothing like having a police car to show someone an example of how to stop a car, where you need to approach the car from, and maintain your safety. The other thing is emergency operations of a police car in the state of Kentucky. A police car is not actually considered an emergency vehicle unless it has its lights and siren on continuously. So that's another thing they're going to be taught, how to turn all the controls on inside the car and what each one is used for.
It's not all about putting people in jail. It's all about doing what's best for your community and having that relationship. And I hope to see some of you folks in uniform one of these days.
On behalf of the high school, I just want to be one of the first to say thank you to Sheriff Meade and his department for this extremely generous donation of this squad car. Our law and public safety program is still relatively new, and it's one of those programs that, even though it is lodged, it's housed here in our new CTC, that program didn't come equipped with, say, a new lab and some of the equipment that some of the other programs have benefited from. So to have something like this donated to the program, a squad car, where our students can practice more application in law and public safety, it's just great, and I just want to thank him for this donation.
A lot happening in our weather, to say the very least. Big changes, but also a lot happening on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar, beginning with the Lighthouse Shelter, who's offering a free Thanksgiving meal to those in need this week. And they would like all of you to help get the word out. Thanksgiving dinner provided by the Lighthouse Shelter for those who are homeless or hungry or in need. And it's going to be this week, of course, the week before Thanksgiving, this Wednesday, 11 till 1, 2 hours at the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center. So day after tomorrow, 11 to 1. This is a full Thanksgiving meal and a drink. So if you can, please help spread the word. And they have been doing this quite regularly as far as events like these. And they have been feeding folks by the dozens and dozens pretty much every time. So if you can help get the word out, or you'd like to help them, well, they would love that as well. The next holiday vendor fair is coming up Friday, December the 6th. Vendors, you want to be there, call the extension service. Just $20 per table, just $15 if you're a homemaker. All sorts of crafts and jewelry and food and fun and things. And they like to have a big crowd, not just for vendors, but also for the public as well. And the holiday card making workshop is set up for December the 10th. Limited participants, just because of the nature of how it works. And if you would like to be one of those, call soon, 349-3216. And you can stop in any time throughout the day from 10 until 6 at your convenience. Spend a little time and get that holiday item off your checklist. Country hams at the extension service as well. Orders are being taken now, and they will stop being taken on Friday, December the 6th. Sounds like that's a long time away. It's not. Get your order in now. 4-H clover buds and adults, you get 50 hams for $50. 4-H students, of course, have a different price, a discounted price, and you can get extra hams as well. They can get you about as many as you would want. Now, this week, this Thursday, the Diabetes Connection event at the Extension Service, and this is brought to you by ARH. They're going to have some diabetes trivia, some fun, some education, some prizes, and anyone who needs to or know anything about diabetes or is dealing with it with a family member or what have you, it's a great event. It's the last one of the year, and it's this Thursday starting at 10 at the Extension Service. The community calendar, of course, is free. You just need to tell me so I can tell everyone else what you have planned. From there, funeral service announcements have been set and announced for 74-year-old Michael Luster Yates of West Liberty. He passed away Sunday at his home. Son of the late Luster Yates and Peggy Hughes, he's survived by his sons, Carrie Lee McKenzie, Michael Sean Yates, and Chad Everett Yates, his daughters, Jennifer Slusher, Emily Yates, Brandy Yates, Micah Yates, his brother Charles Smith, his sister Kathy Carrick, 16 grandkids and one great-grandchild. Michael was preceded in death by his wife Patricia and a host of brothers and sisters. Services in his honor will start this Wednesday at 1 from the White Oak Pentecostal Church. Friends can visit the church tomorrow after 6 for visitation. The McGoffin County Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements.
I love working in the coal mines, even though it was hard work. But if you suspect you have black lung, you can't work anymore. You'll find out that filing for benefits is hard too. I had friends who give up after years of trying. If it hadn't been for Big Sandy Healthcare, I wouldn't even try myself. If you think you have black lung, call Big Sandy Healthcare and get the help you deserve.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Whether you've got a new ride and you want it to stand out in the crowd, or you want your current ride to look and feel like a new one, no one does lifts, wheels, and tires better than Conley's. Stop in now for spring tire specials, free quotes, and 0% financing, or log on to conleytire.net.
There are several risk factors that may put a patient at risk for heart disease.
Especially people who have diabetes or hypertension or high cholesterol and have a family history of heart disease.
Neglecting to see a cardiologist can put you in trouble. You may develop problems that may not be reversible.
We see many people who do not have an actual diagnosis of a heart problem, but may be at risk of heart disease, and we do whatever we can to help mitigate that risk to help prevent disease in the future. ARH, more for Appalachia.
For whatever reason, if your working days are over, don't do anything before you meet Grover. Social Security, disability, SSI, work injuries, wear and tear, and hearing loss. 888-9-GROVER. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or a relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County schools.
Thanksgiving Day is a week from this Thursday. Hard to imagine. It's believed an estimated 80 million people will be traveling to and fro during the holiday. What will the weather be like for all of those travels? Well, too far out to tell. Between now and then, I can tell you a lot. Before we talk about a wintry forecast for this week, the pre-Thanksgiving week, a quick update on Hurricane Sarah that never was. It was a tropical storm, and it's dissipated not before dumping 40 inches of rain and then some in the Honduras. And now it looks to bring possibly some heavy rainfall starting tonight and tomorrow for the next couple of days to some Florida residents in the northern Gulf Coast. 2 to 4 inches on average. Some areas could see 10 to 12 inches in some smaller pockets, if you will. And that is all happening just a little less than 2 weeks before the official end of the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season. So some heavy rain possible for our friends in Florida. There's a heavy line of heavy rain and storms is getting ready to move across the panhandle late tomorrow and early Wednesday. And that is just one of the many active weather events that we have ongoing. Let's talk about our weather. And when you get to your 7-day, you'll see that our luck has run out. First, a little weather perspective on this day in weather history. 2014, it was cold. I mean, we hit near 70, right at 70 today. But on this day in 2014, the London Weather Service had a high of 27 degrees. Yep. 27 for the daytime high. A record maximum low temperature for both sites. Jackson had a record-setting low that night of 15 degrees and 14. Whew, didn't break the record of 1959 in London, but yep. So, just to make you feel a little better about the 7-day, that's where I'm going with this. We've got an upper-level low-pressure system that is going to develop over the Great Lakes this week. Cooler temperatures, cold rain. We've got a couple of cold fronts. The first is just kind of really insignificant. Pushing a warm front tomorrow early, and then a cold front Tuesday, no big deal. It's the one Wednesday that's a big deal. Tonight, clouds are going to hang tough. We're going to see nighttime lows around 44. Just a light southeast wind. Not too bad. Pretty nice and warm today. Just a lot of clouds. Didn't really care for, but, it's Monday, so take the good with the bad. Tomorrow, 66. Again, in the mid-60s tomorrow. Beautiful. Tomorrow night's low. There's the warm front I'm talking about. 56 for tomorrow night's low. So we're not going to see much of a gradient temperature-wise tomorrow. It's going to be nice and comfortable. However, we have winds out of the southwest at 25 miles per hour at times and an 80% chance of showers and maybe some thunderstorms anytime after 1 o'clock or so. It looks to be the window, maybe a quarter of to a half inch of rain tomorrow and maybe another quarter tomorrow night or something when it's all said and done. And like I said, that warm front brings us those showers, it brings us with the winds, and it brings us only seeing 56 for tomorrow night's low. But it is into your Wednesday where we have shower chances continuing, partly sunny, still holding on. About 60 for daytime highs, still winds up to 25 miles per hour at times out of the southwest. And that cold front changes things for your Thursday with snow, showers likely, mainly after 11 o'clock Thursday morning. Partly sunny and 40 degrees for your Thursday. Yes, I did not exaggerate. 40 degrees for your Thursday with snow showers likely that night. Some rain and snow. And 31 for your nighttime low. Ditto for your Friday. Clouds. About a 60% chance of some rain and or snow on Friday. Temperatures are not moving. Holding at 43 for Friday and 44 for your Saturday. Nighttime lows around the freezing mark both days. With some recovery Sunday, sunshine returning, getting close to 50, flirting with it. Monday, I think it's a sure thing. We'll hit the 50-degree mark, and we'll be dry on at least those 2 days, Sunday and Monday. But, man, no, we're not going to see a big accumulating snowfall, or even a little one. But there's going to be some flakes flying. Looks to be very likely, certainly, Thursday and into your Friday. That's it for the next edition.